What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes on the latest commercial that I shot for Aloe Yoga. It's just going to be a bunch of raw behind the scenes footage, and I'll make some commentary over top of it whenever it makes sense. I'll play the actual 30-second commercial for you first so you get a feel for the vibe of the actual finished product, and then I'll just let the clip run. Hope you guys enjoy.
So usually you pick your high side, which would be this, right?
Yeah.
And that's where you'd start, and then you start, you level.
So this is just us setting up for the first shot of the day. As you can see, we're shooting on the Alexa Mini LF with some Sigma Cine primes. First shot of the day was just on a doorway dolly. We didn't have access to a full-size dolly, but just setting up the first nice slow push-in shot you can see here of the drummer that the actual commercial just starts with.
Are you seeing the shake? Like it's bumping for me? I can't tell.
There was a gentle bump. Yeah, there was. Yeah, it's a reset.
Do you want to keep it full in frame the whole time? Right.
Lock it up for audio. Action by M.
So we did a bunch of different takes of this just with different framing options, and also we had to add a bunch more sandbags to the doorway dolly because the doorway dolly is a lot more lightweight than a traditional Fisher dolly that weighs a lot. You're going to notice bumps a lot more, and we had a couple on the track, so we just threw a bunch of sandbags onto it with me operating there to keep the weight down low.
Action by M.
After knocking out that initial dolly shot, we jumped in for a bunch of coverage just on sticks. We just got a bunch of variations of detail shots of his eyeballs, of the drumsticks hitting the kit, details of cymbals, etc. Just little inserts that could be sprinkled throughout the edit. After that, we moved on to the next lighting setup, which required my gaffer and key grip to tear down the diffusion and the egg crate we had up here to reveal a Lico we had rigged in the middle. And we were kind of going for this 3-pillar lighting setup with 3 Licos pointing directly down at the ground. And then we put a lot of haze into the room so the camera could really pick up on those actual pillars themselves.
Action, Felicia. Yeah. All the way up. And one more back. One and dive. Yes. Let's do that. Yep. Okay, so you're just walking to the end. You'll pause, and then we'll walk you back. Okay. Ready, Felicia? Yeah. And action.
For this, you can see me standing over by the monitor, and that's just because we had the camera set up on a set of sticks because we wanted to get a bunch of shots that could use match cuts, where we would cut to have the dancers in different positions in the frame, and the frame of the video was in the exact same position. Also, you can see here my gaffer Tyler using this DMX board to just switch between which lights are on and off, which just really helps with the energy of the cut, as you saw in the actual edit. Just really helps energize everything and really helps us with those match cuts with the camera sitting on the tripod.
3, 2, 1. Go to center. Chin a little higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Over to the left.
And that was just our director, Brock, walking the talent through some different variations under that pillar lighting setup. And then we got them to walk through the pillars, do different dance moves in each of the 3 pillars individually, so we could just match cut, mask between them to have different combinations of our female and male dancer in different positions, doing different actions, etc. Just to have as many variations as possible in post-production. And bumping onto our day 2 here, the first day was entirely sticks, dolly, and handheld shots, and then the second day was entirely on a camera robot, which we were lucky enough to get for this shoot.
You're gonna bring your drum set out here. We'll show you where that placement is. Yep. We're gonna be doing robot shots with Bayan drumming. Our first shot is gonna be a wide angle that's ripping around the front of his cymbals and drums quite quickly. So we'll focus on placement, help us get your drums out here. And we'll start moving camera in, trying to find that shot.
Thanks. And then we'll probably.
I just had this space open so we can bring all this.
Yeah. That's great. Hey, Bayan,
Yeah.
do you want to actually set up the drum kit how you want it? Well, because it can be normal for this shot, not like very precise.
Perfect, yep.
Making comfy for it, basically.
Perfect. So what is the plan?
Playing stuff.
And then, yeah, I'll just finish up. Pretty simple.
Do we want to go full, have the bottom to top, like back him up a bit? You know what I mean?
Let's switch it up.
So
We've been so into this whole time.
I'll put your chair here, and then you can set everything around it.
Okay, so let me
No funky business necessarily. What we're doing differently, we want to do.
So this is us just setting up for the first robot shot of the day, just setting things up. You can see here the director chatting with our robot tech, Sam, who is absolutely awesome. If you guys ever need a robot arm in Vancouver, British Columbia, hit up the lockup and Sam Ware, he's a legend. Normally you wouldn't usually need ND filters inside of a studio environment because you can just light it accordingly and you don't have to face the sun. But in this case, we were shooting a specialty shot where we wanted a ton of motion blur, and we're shooting at 2 frames per second and a 360-degree shutter to get this crazy orbital shot where the drummer is super blurry. You can see it in the final edit. It's only a half second long in the final edit, but we just did a really slow, precise robot move and needed the NDs to cut down. Obviously, when shooting 2 frames a second and your shutter, changing your shutter, it changes the amount of light that your camera is going to see.
It's like we need to invest in a better system. And on the end, we're like clipping an apple.
Can I have a full apple back? Full apple back? I'm going to put him on an apple.
This is obviously a different shot than the one before. We did a large amount of variations of different kinds of shots, close-ups, wide, fast ones, slow ones, precise ones, the whole thing. Just experimenting kind of all day long to really take advantage of this robot arm tool.
Yeah, orbital hit.
Foreground, front out of it.
Yeah.
And that was us just chatting through the following shot. We wanted to switch to a really wide lens for this one. And every time you swing a lens on a camera robot, you actually have to reprogram it to be able to pull focus on the lens. And also just because of the nature of the field of view of it, it just needs to know what parameters it is based on the field of view of the new lens attached to the camera. That always takes a minute. So this is just our robot tech, Sam, reprogramming the lens. He's got a little tablet and little remote control that sets focus and obviously the A and B points of where the robot is going to be, as well as any keyframes, as well as how fast it is, etc., to set up the shot exactly how we wanted it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, sick.
As long as he's in. Can you look at the camera for me again, please? Thank you. Just give us a sec. Further back. Yeah, there. Might want to check the end one as well. Okay, you can relax for a second.
He's going to be moving.
Pull it in and out, just like. How do you do it?
This.
Can I?
Yeah. Forward and back.
Peter, look at the camera. Yeah, that's good. I mean, as low as you can, but still having his head in frame, but not seeing the top of the. You know what I mean?
I know. Okay, great. Alright, action button.
And this was the shot we set up. It's one of my favorites. We shot on a super wide lens for this one, the Laowa 12mm, just to get a really crazy foreground and cool perspective, and I'm pretty stoked with how it turned out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna bump this first
Yeah.
and try to find a pocket of time.
That's great. Let's do that.
3, 2, 1, go!
So this was us doing a match cut, which is a really cool trick you can do with a camera robot. Because the robot is so precise and can repeat the exact same shot over and over again, we wanted to do a shot where the dancer would do the same move and the camera robot would do the same move. And then we would change the dancer's outfit and they would do the same dance move and same camera robot move again. And then we could cut it right in the middle in post and have it look like the dancer transformed outfits magically, which is what we were doing in this shot. So we did a bunch of takes over and over of her doing the exact same move to have a lot of variations, because obviously there's still the human variability of her doing the dance move.
Whoa. Yeah. You're watching it happen.
Well, and especially because we won't use the front and tail end. Totally in the 1 second, that's really half a second.
I think an ideal. Peter, you ready?
Woo!
Roll camera. Okay. Peter, music coming in 3, 2, 1. And
And because our talent had to change outfits to do that match cut, in between her changing outfits and getting ready to do that match cut shot, again, we had pre-saved another robot move so we could work with our other talent in the meantime to be as efficient as possible. So this is our other talent, Peter, just dancing to a completely different robot move in a totally different outfit, just so that we could get as much content as possible in the time that we had with the robot and our talent.
yeah, leaning into it even, getting close to that camera briefly. Yes! Hey, that was dope. I'm happy. I would like to go back to prepping Felicia's spin now. 3, 2, 1, go! We're gonna stick with this timing for now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is there any move adjust? Do you want to adjust any of the movement?
Yeah, I think it's just timing.
So as you can see, our talent is now wearing the red outfit instead of the black one. So we're just doing the exact same move over and over and over just to get her movement exactly right and to have a bunch of options of making that match cut pretty perfect. Which, if you go back and look at the edit at the beginning of this video, you'll see that you can barely even tell that her movement is any different. It's a pretty quick cut anyway, so just making that as perfect and ironed out as possible. Also, in the spirit of filmmaking being fun, here's a few clips of us being a little bit silly and enjoying our time on set.
No, just go. We'll be here forever. It's fine. Okay. Okay, we're good.
Cool. Let's cut on that. If you could keep the robot going while Tucker tries to cut, that would make my day.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
If he doesn't die.
Brock? We don't need to have a word. Do you mind if we sidebar for a minute?
One more time.
What?
I said one more time.
Thanks for taking the time to watch this rather long video. A special thank you to Matt and Anna for shooting all the behind the scenes content. I'll leave their Instagram handles on screen or in the link in the description below. If you did enjoy this video and want to see more videos like this, click the like button and subscribe, as well as comment down below if you want to see more raw behind the scenes or cinematography breakdowns. I might do a full cinematography breakdown of this commercial if that's something you're interested in. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.